everyone! My name is Benedict, but my friend and family call me Bene. I talk to you from the north of Paris in France, where I live with my two daughters and my partner. This is my little corner of the internet where I talk about things related to knitting and yarn. This is a little corner of my room where it's very bright and shiny today. So I had to choose between very bright and shiny and very, very gloomy. So I hope that, I think it's okay. I think the light is okay. So let's talk about all the things. It's been a month. I have a finished object. This is my bag. I've been crocheting for the last since Christmas holidays. Started it during Christmas holidays. It's called Pepon. I can't remember the name of the designer. I think it's better if I just take a few seconds to take my notes. Sandy Jones? Yeah, I think so. I think it's Sandy Jones. Otherwise, I'll write it down on the description box and on the screen. It's from Pepon magazine, and it will be my contribution to the Pepon Love Mal from Sander. I crocheted it in Catalonia cotton yarn, and it was very, very, very funny to make. I really love making that project. It's not totally done. The crocheting part is done, but I haven't really fixed the handles that well, so I have to work on that a bit better. And I think I'm going to put some kind of linen inside, but it's sewing and I'm not very good at it, so we'll see how I manage. I'm on holiday with the children next week, so I think we're going to try to do that. So you see, this is a granny square bag, so you have to make a few, and then use a slip stitch to assemble them. It's not difficult. It took me maybe 1 hour. Then you always have a lot of how you say, I'm lost for words. I just come back from sports, and I haven't eaten, and I think that it's taking a toll on me, but it's okay. It's going to. Let's move on. Yarn to weaving, is it what I'm trying to say? Yes, it's better if you do it one by one. One granny square per granny square. This is my first and only finished object. But instead of working on my sweater, the green sweater with the cable on the arms, I really enjoyed knitting on the Badana cardigan, and I enjoyed it so much that it's nearly done. Yes, I'm struggling a bit, of course. Up. Okay, this is not going well. Let's see. because I have my microphone. I didn't put my microphone inside my clothes, and it was a bad idea. But, I'm not a media person. I'm still learning. And it's very low tech. It's my phone on 2 pillows and a neck box. So I apologize for that. Okay, so Badana cardigan. So I'm knitting size from Rosa Pomar. I'm knitting size 3 because it's very oversized. I didn't get gauge, so I'm supposed to get 14 stitches, and I got 16 stitches, so I'm using needle size 10 or 6 millimeters. And yeah, I can't remember. In centimeter, it was like 10 or 12 centimeters of positive ease, which I understand because it's something you want to layer. You want to wear clothes under your cardigan because it's very open. And I'm knitting it in fil d'art. Fil d'art, the colorway brume, and the name of the wool is randonnée. Everything is in French. I bought that yarn during COVID when we were stuck at home, so it's quite old stash. I'm very proud of myself for knitting old stash. I have 2 balls and 2 balls and a half left. I really like the construction. The construction was new to me. So you start from the back, you knit back and forth, and then you stop, I think, and you pick up stitches to make this nice like a braid, and you knit the front, and then you knit the I'm trying to show the front, and it's the back. I'm disabled, and those kind of things are difficult for me. Front, back, right, left. So I think so. You need the front and then the back. The front left, the front right. So and then yes, the front. And then what I did is I finished a ball and knit the back, and then I don't like to leave the sleeves for the end, so you pick up stitches to knit the sleeves. It's a bit how you say that, I can't remember. I'm just move on each time I forget what I want to say in English. So the sleeves are tapered. I think I decrease a bit rapidly, and I would have like more positive ease on the arms, but I think with blocking I can stretch it a bit. Plus the yarn, I didn't say what was the yarn, the composition. It's wool, alpaca, and then acrylic and viscose, so I think it's going to stretch. and I left both my sleeves on with live stitches and some wool, because I'm going to need the collar and then see how much I need to increase the sleeves. I think I need maybe 2 rows more. It's how do you say this stitching? Half rib, half rib. I think I really like it. It's very, very nice. And you're supposed to do the same at the bottom, but I still have a few centimeters, not much, but I still have a few centimeters to go because I want it long and I want to finish all the yarn. So I'm going to try to knit my 2 balls of yarn and leave as little as possible. Okay, so I love knitting this project on very big needle. The yarn is a bit not very soft on the hands, but it's going fast. It's very cozy. We had terrible weather, so it was perfect to have that on my lap. But this is the only project in very neutral color. I think I needed color to survive the winter here. So this was my working project right now. And then instead of finishing stuff, I casted on a lot. I casted on more things than I should have. So, yeah. I'm trying to be organized, and as I'm starting to talk, you should see my bed. It's full of yarn everywhere. It's okay. This episode is going to be like the rest of my life. A bit clumsy. Okay, so I'm knitting the half and half triangle wrap, but the striped version. And you're supposed to knit it with 6 balls of Perso linen quill, but I knew that I didn't want to order yarn from the United States like often. I'm going to try not to buy more, even though I love this yarn because it comes from very far, and then I had to pay custom, but it's not so much about the money. Even it costed me money. It's more about the fact that the yarn comes from so far. I think I'm going to try to find an alternative closer to me with the same composition. I have seen a few other yarn brands, but I have to admit that their color choices is amazing, and I really, really love the yarn. So let me show you. I haven't knitted much. I got gauge. Gauge was 26. It's not 26 stitches for 10 centimeters. And you're supposed to knit it. I'm going to do like that. I'm knitting it in Chiago 3 or 3.25 millimeters. I'm at that age now where I have to take off my glasses to see. So I've knitted that. I understand why people are crazy about this pattern. It's a free pattern from Pearl Soho. I do have to say that. It's so great. It's so easy and entertaining, and you can play with color and how many stripes you want, and you can be creative, and at the same time it's relaxing. So this is my first color. I have a lot more, and I'm not quite sure yet of what I would like to what combination I'm going to knit. So I have this one. I think it's sweet potato. This one is no, this one is sweet potato. This one is turmeric yellow. So I think those three are going to be together, and I'm not even sure. I'm not sure at all, because it could be something like that with is it peachy pink? No, maybe it's peachy pink. Then I haven't, it's not, could be like that, or I have two more colors. I have this one, so it could be that. I like as well. So what are the colors? I'm going to say the names, and then you'll have to figure it out. So turmeric yellow, peachy pink, lychee pink, sweet potato, rose granite, rose wool pink, and peony pink. So it's different kind of pink shades. All those pinks. Can you say pinks? Pink. All those pink. Like this one too. I really like this one. With sweet potato and turmeric yellow. I think I'm going to follow more or less the pattern for the first one, and I think I have enough wool to make another one. I'm loving it. I shouldn't be knitting too much on it because it's my very easy, I don't have to think knitting project, but right now it's the only thing I want to knit on. I'm using okay, so we've been interrupted by the children. So I'm holding all my yarn in this bag that I crocheted a few summers. So I think it's from Paula Strick. I'll put it down in the description box below. I love it. Then I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use the bag during all the project because maybe it's not the most practical, but it's lovely. Okay, so next project, work in progress. that I haven't really worked on, but I've started. It's my Whitmore cardigan from Amy Loudon in J wool, lilac, and Ito Sensai, the mohair in lilac. Maybe the name is the same. There are numbers too, but I think I'll write all the detail below. So I wanted a purple cardigan and a purple sweater. I really love this color. I'm wearing it as much as I can. I have a purple cardigan, but it's store-bought, and I wanted to make one for myself. So I struggle a lot to get gauge. I don't like to swatch. I had to swatch like 5 times, and finally I settled for something. So I didn't get gauge, never. So I'm knitting it in Chiago needle 6, so it's 4 millimeters. I think it's what the patterns calls for. So yes, so I'm doing, I think it's size 4 or 5. So I'm knitting the size 5 with the idea of having 5 or 6 centimeters of positive ease. But I'm not sure about that, because I read in the comments that people would have liked to have it a bit more shaped, because it's a lace cardigan. So maybe it will be too large. So I don't know. Just maybe I'm overthinking all that. So you have a different option. I'm going to need the tempered sleeves and not the balut sleeves. And you knit the cardigan with like 2 different sets of needles, because you need the button band at the same time. I understand why it could be practical to do that, because it's done, but it's a pain. I think I want to make another one, and I have yarn in my stash that I bought a long time ago for that. But I think I won't do the button band at the same time, because you see, I did the ribbing, and it's such a pain, and it's very small. You should be able to carry that around and knit on it, but it's such a pain that I have to really think, okay, I'm going to sit and knit that, so I'm knitting it less, because it's a pain. So I don't know. I don't know if I like this technique. I really love the yarn combination. I wanted yellow. Yes, I wanted yellow too. So it's the next project. But I wanted purple in my life, and I think it's gorgeous. Then it's mohair and silk yarn. And maybe it's not the best combination to wear during spring. Maybe for autumn, because maybe it's going to be too warm, but then you can leave it open. And then you never know with the weather now here. You never know when you're going to be too warm and when you're going to be freezing cold. So I think there is no more such thing as a sweater for winter, cardigan for summer. You can just wake up, watch the weather, and decide. So I don't know. I thought that I would love the pattern more. I'm going to try something new. I'm trying to learn something new in every pattern. So there is no short rows in this cardigan, and I think I want short rows because I needed a cardigan from my cardigan number 7 from My Little Thing Knitwear. What's her name? I hope you understand which cardigan I'm talking about. And there are no short rows, and it's always falling. It's a raglan and it's always falling. So I'm going to try to add a short row, but it's a lace pattern, so I'll have to add the short row while doing the lace. It's new. I'm going to put lifeline and try and see if it works, and I hope it will, because mohair and this yarn, it's not easy to unravel. But anyway, so I stopped, not because I don't like the pattern or because I was bored, but I think I need quiet time and think about it to add the short row and see how I manage. So it's not something I can do at night after work, but I'm on holiday, so I'm going to work on that this week. Okay, so that's what I'm working on right now. It's all my work in progress. I've been casting on quite a few things, and I intend to cast on more because I had a cone of very dark blue, because I wanted a very dark navy blue plain sweater, but it was too dark to knit. Now the days are longer and the light is better, so at some point I'm going to stop knitting the half and half, because anyway I'm not going to finish a shawl before summer. I don't think so. I'm a slow knitter, so I might cast on this dark yarn. So we'll talk about that next month. Now we have a bit of acquisition, because even though I don't really need to buy yarn, I think it's my second hobby, and I think that as long as it fits in my boxes, it's okay. I gave a few balls away to yarn to a PhD student in my lab, and she was quite happy. She didn't have much money to buy yarn, and I have a lot, and she's very tall and very skinny, so she can do a lot with 3 balls of yarn, and for me it's not enough to knit a sweater. So I gave a bit of yarn to her, a bag of yarn to her, and she was very happy. So she's my new knitting friend now. So I can manage that. I don't mind giving yarn to people who will use it. So this is not a new acquisition. I bought this cone of yarn, woolly wool, last September. It's charcoal gray, but I have to say I didn't know what I wanted to knit with that. Usually when I buy yarn, I know exactly what I want to knit with it. but I wasn't sure, but now I know. I know that. Chaos yarn, organic brushed alpaca. I think I'm going to. I watched Danish Musique with Hello, and I saw her grey and pink sweater. I don't remember what was it. Andrea Maori pink pink velvet sweater, and I thought, oh. Plus I have the pattern. I bought the pattern last year. Never knitted it. So I think I'm going to, at some point, need that. I'm not going to do it right now, but it's grey, so I should knit on it very soon. I want to knit on everything, so when I say that, you just don't listen to me too much. And then, because I don't have like plans for the year of what I want to knit, what I don't want to knit, etc. But I have idea of what I don't have in my wardrobe and what I would like to have, and it's about colors or what kind of sweater I want. So I wanted a purple cardigan, and I wanted to because I had one when I was 20 years old. V-neck, dark purple sweater. I had one when I was 22 years old, and I'm 44 years old now, so it was store-bought and it doesn't exist anymore. So I thought, okay, I'm going to knit one, and maybe it's going to last for the next 10 years or 20 years. So chaos yarn. This is, I think the color is called, I don't have the label on this one. This one is charismatic, and this one is merino, and this one is brushed alpaca. I think it's divine, the name of the color, but it's the very dark purple shade. And for this, with this color, I want to knit v-neck sweater. I don't have the pattern, but I have a few ideas. I mean, the easiest would be to knit a petite knit pattern, because she has everything, and I'm sure she has a v-neck pattern, sweater pattern. But I have a page of ideas. So je fais une vidéo. I'm going to have to edit that. Oui. Je fais toujours une vidéo. Oui. Si, mais j'ai fini, il me reste 2 minutes. So the Tenan sweater, v-neck, from Cadry. So what I did, what I'm trying to do, I like to browse Ravelry. I browsed Ravelry yesterday, Friday, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to look at anything before page 5 on my browser. So I browsed all the petite knit, Andrea Maori, all the pattern from the very, very well-known designer, because I think, okay, I need to, because between this and Instagram, I wanted something that, but that was not so very obvious. So it might be this one. I don't have the pattern, so it can change. It's 24 millimeters for 10 centimeters. I don't know. I think I swatched. No, this is my swatch. 20. Is this my swatch? Oof. My notes are not very good at that. So we'll talk about it when I have a better idea. So this is a long-term project. And the last project and the last acquisition I want to talk about, it's the yellow yarn. I don't know if you watched one of my last episode where I said that my husband wanted a yellow sweater, and I didn't know which kind of yellow I could knit and which kind of pattern. I find it a bit more difficult to find a pattern for men, but I think I have it. So this is yellow. For him it's too mustard. He would have like a yellow one, a bit like my brighter than my cardigan. And I found the yellow. It was a woolly knit cone that was a perfect yellow, but once again it's in England, and now you have customs and you have everything, and it costs you, it's too much, because for a man you need a lot of yarn. So I have to be a bit wise. So this is Peruvian Filcona Peruvian Highland wool in mustard or yellow. I'm going to tell you the name of the color. It's 223. I have 10 balls of this, and my idea is to do a Max Cyr sweater, Maxime Cyr, the Canadian. And I thought about making the single malt sweater. It's a all over textured sweater. So the yarn arrived yesterday, because my husband told me, everything you've been knitting for the last 2 months is for you. And I asked for a sweater because I love your sweater, and I have only 2 and you have more. So when are you going to start my sweater? And why are you buying yarn and nothing is yellow? So I mean, it's nice. So my husband wants this sweater, so he told me, does it mean that I will have it for September 2024? And all over texture sweater size M for men, 10 balls of yarn. So yes, I think I'm going to have to at least swatch for that one very, very soon, like tomorrow. So that's it. I think that's it. We are done. I'm not quite sure how long it's going to be, because I had to interrupt 2 or 3 times the video. But I think I'm done with today's episode. I hope, if you're still listening to me, I hope it was not too chaotic, and that you enjoyed, and that it inspired you and gave you idea of pattern, things you would like to knit. Okay, I'll see you next month. Bye.